When I was 11 years old, I was diagnosed with ovarian cancer. I was diagnosed with breast cancer at 22, and then last year, lung cancer at 27 in 2021. I have a rare mutation called TP53, which basically means that my tumor suppressing gene is broken and I can get any type of cancer, not only related to the reproductive system. My name is Bianca Muñiz. I'm a singer, songwriter, and 3-time cancer survivor, and I create music that heals. I know you're afraid, but it's you and I stop playing games. We're alone, want you to be happy. Need you to be happy. I've known pretty much my entire life, and I feel like everyone says that, but I really knew my whole life that I was going to be a musician. My parents tell me that when I was a child, while I was learning how to speak, I would sing in the car. Only I would be allowed to sing. I would yell at everyone. My grandpa was an opera singer, and my mom sang in a lot of Latin bands. My younger sister, Jax, is also a singer-songwriter, and she performs with me all the time. So music has always been present in my life. When I realized my music was helping people, that was just the best feeling in the world. I remember the first time someone tagged me in their story. Someone was literally sitting in the chair at their chemo treatment. They just looked so at peace. Their eyes were closed. It said something along the lines of, Bianca's song Believe is getting me through today's treatment. And that's the first time I realized that people were using my music to get through their cancer journeys or their medical journeys. I have gone through 2 separate rounds of chemo. I've had my ovary removed, laparoscopic surgery, which means tiny incisions. I've had a double mastectomy. Then I had a reconstruction after that. Lung cancer, I had a segmentectomy to remove a piece of my left lung. A few years ago, my right implant flipped. I was feeling a lot of chest tightness, my back was hurting, my neck was hurting, my shoulders are hurting, just always really tense and in pain. So at the end of the month, I'm having revision surgery. I am going from under the muscle to over the muscle with my implants. I'm so excited. It's been a long time coming.
I just want to explain this because this is more visual. Look at your original anatomy, right? We're getting that back. Muscle on the bottom, muscle on the bottom. You used to have breast tissue over your muscle. This is your new breast, right, over your muscle, supported with the alloderm right under the skin. But now every time you flex your pec, it's going to feel normal.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm so, it's been 6 years with something underneath my chest muscle.
Okay, good. So after all this is done, we're going to see how much stronger you are.
I'm going to be so much, I'm finally going to be able to do pull-ups.
Exactly, pull-ups, push-ups.
Yeah, I can finally do the Spartan race. When I was diagnosed with ovarian cancer at 11, my doctors and my parents tried to get me to drop out of school for the year and be held behind, and I just refused. I insisted on being homeschooled or hospital schooled, so I was able to continue with the class that I had grown up with. And then I got the lead in the school musical, and I refused to drop out of the musical. I would practice my lines and the songs to the nurses and doctors in the hospital, and I just refused to be left behind. And that's kind of how I've always been. It's just taken so much of me to not constantly compare myself to where others are in their lives, in their careers. As much as I say I don't let cancer stop me, it does slow me down. During breast cancer, I stopped looking at my credit card bills because I couldn't pay them. I wasn't working anymore and my parents couldn't support me. I couldn't afford to get an apartment. I couldn't afford to even be on a lease with another person. What I've learned is that community is everything. It is so vital to have a community that understands what you're going through. This is the Miena robe, and what I love about this robe is that it has drains attached to it. When I posted about social media about how I would be having these surgeries, a breastie reached out to me and said, "Oh my gosh, I have this amazing robe with a drain belt. You should have it. I don't need it anymore." Now I get to use it for this upcoming surgery. The Breasties is a nonprofit that supports people with breast and gynecologic cancers through friendship, community, educational resources, and free retreats and meetups. There have been so many times that this community has shown up for me, and even now, for this upcoming surgery, people are messaging me, "What do you need? What can I do for you? Where can I send a meal?" Because they know I won't be able to cook. I honestly love it when people feel comfortable enough to reach out to me when a friend or a loved one is diagnosed, because they're putting their trust in me to be able to hear other people's fears about it and be able to give my own perspectives on it, and to help a mother whose child has this mutation now and she's worried about how her child is going to grow up, asking my advice on how to help her child accept this diagnosis and not be afraid. Now I am at a point in my life where I feel strong and confident vocally. I feel proud of myself and everything I've been through, and I feel open. I feel ready to release my music into the world, ready to record, ready to perform. My perspective on life changed at 11. I realized very young that life can be very short, and I decided that I was never gonna let cancer stop me from living.